Okay. So today marks our day 3 for this class. So today we shall have Huawei VRP basics. So Huawei VRP basics, VRP stands for Virtual Routing Protocol. Okay, so the virtual routing platform is a universal operating system (OS) platform for Huawei Datacom products. It's based on IP and adopts a component-based architecture. It provides rich features and functions, including application-based durable and extensible functions, greatly improving the running efficiency of the devices that use this OS. So to efficiently manage such devices, you must be familiar with VRP and VRP-based configurations. This course describes the basic concepts, command commands, and the command line interface of VRP. So yeah, in this class we shall have the VRP basics and the VRP-based configuration, the common commands that we normally use. Objectives: at the completion of this course, you'll be able to understand VRP basics, learn how to use CLI, master basic CLI commands. Yes, VRP overview is what we are starting with. So what's VRP? So this VRP routing platform has 4 main aspects or 4 main features. We have routing, security, wireless, switching. Now to talk about routing, you're talking about the router. Switching, we're talking about the switch. Wireless, you know those devices, the AP, the AC. Security, we have a firewall and more other devices. So they're going ahead, they are telling us VRP is a universal platform for wide datacom products. We already saw that. So what are the main functions in this VRP? First of all, it provides a unified user interface and a unified management interface. So this VRP, we are able to assume a real environment work, like a real work environment by using this platform. So we can be able to manage and we can be able to access the user interface in a unified manner. So the other function, it implements the functions of the control plane and defines the interface specifications of the forwarding plane. We shall see that in detail. Implements communication between the device forwarding plane and the VRP control plane. So we have 2 main planes in this case, forwarding plane and the control plane. Forwarding data control, it is showing, it is directing the forwarding plane on where to transfer the data or transmit the data. Development of the VRP platform. So we had VRP1, the version 1, that was 1998, as you can see it here. We had VRP version 2, 3, 5, up to now 8. Yes, 2009 till now we having VRP version 8, but still have also have VRP version 5 existing. So we shall see that using our configurations to see how to check the VRP version that you're running in your ENSP. Okay. ENSP, I'm mentioning ENSP, but those ones who have something on Cisco look at as the Cisco Packet Trace stuff. So for Huawei, it's ENSP. File system first manages files and directories in storage media, allowing users to view, create, rename, delete directories, copy, move, rename, and delete files. So mastering basic compressions of the file system is crucial for network engineers to efficiently manage the configuration of files and develop system files of devices. Yes, these are the 3 main files we have: the system software, configuration file, patch file, file. Now, what does the system software do? It's for startup and operation. Without it, your ENSP, your VRP platform can't work. So we also have a configuration file. That's where normal configurations are stored, and the extension is normally .cfg, .zip, and .dat. A path file controls product features and resources. So the extension is .bin. The patch file is used for kind of patch file with citing in here. So that one is .pat, is for fixing bugs in a system software. Yeah, but ensure you go through in detail on your own. Now, storage media, which kinds of social media do we have with Huawei ENSP. So we have a storage medium, not ENSP in particular, with Huawei devices. So we have a flash, non-volatile random access memory, we have the SD card, USB, and the SD-RAM. So those are the main 5. But by default, in ENS2 with flash, that one you see here. Yeah, okay, let's go to the device installation process. Here, the device is powered on, it runs the boot ROM software to initialize the hardware and display hardware parameters. Then it runs the system software and reads the configuration files from the default storage path to perform initialization. So yeah, there's no big deal here. You can go through in detail for your own good. Okay. Device management. So how do we manage our devices? We have a web system where we find the graphic user interface, then the CLI, which is the common one, and the traditional one. Now for CLI, you normally use that the start at the very start when you're using your device. If it's any device, you first access it using a CLI. Then the web system that uses a protocol HTTP and HTTPS. What you should understand here, HTTPS is a secured version of HTTP. So also for CLI, we have Telnet and SSH, and SSH is a secure one, secure share. Okay. Developer user interface, you have a console user interface. That one, it allows only one user at a time. So they're saying it is used to manage and monitor users who log into the device through the console port. The serial port of a user terminal can be directly connected to the console port of a device for local access, marker for local access. So meaning you have to go with a cable with your device and plug in there and configure whatever you've been directed to configure. Now, what your type terminal is used to manage and monitor users who log into the device by means of a virtual. Now, for this one, you can configure a number of users that have to access through this terminal. So this one is used to implement remote access to the device, meaning you don't need to be there locally at the device. You can access remotely through Telnet and SSH. Develop user level. So we have user levels, command level, name, and available commands for that level. Develop provides basic information control function is it defines the levels of commands that each level of users can execute to restrict the operations of the users at different levels. So meaning each level has certain commands that one can use. The higher you go, the more privileges. So as you can see, user level 0, command level 0, the name is VIST level. But for those people who just VIST, normally this is for associate workers. You've done HCIA and you put an opportunity to work in the company, Huawei company name. So what you can only do is after being directed to do that. A site engineer or a professional engineer will always ask help from you. Hello, please, can you help me ping this IP? Is it reachable or it's not? So we have those are the common commands for this level. Ping and tracer. Tracer, you'll find out to which how many hops are you going through. Where are packets dropping from? So is that trace route, yeah. Okay, now is user level 1, command level 0 and 1, monitoring level. Now here you've gone ahead to be able to use the display commands. They are called system maintenance commands. Display is one of the examples of those commands. Now user level 2, command level 0, 1 and 2, configuration level. That one, be able to do some configuration, routing commands, AP configuration commands, and provide as network services. Here you have an advantage. You can do what the other two levels can't do. Configuration guide and configure management 3 to 15, command level 0, 1, 2, and 3, management level. Here you can be able to control basic system operations, provide support for services, including file system, FTP, trivial, FTP, download, user management, and command level. So meaning here you can even do debugging to find out the root cause of a problem on a device. Okay, so meaning the person at the management level can do all of the other 3 above. Take note of that. Log into the web system. Now log into the web system. This is how it appears. We saw that for the local access, you have to go with a cable. And when you're using that local access, there are different softwares we use. The common one is PuTTY. There's also secure CRT, but the common one is PuTTY, what you use to access device locally. So for this case, you see how it appears. You know the IP of the router through this tab, that interface here, and you can be able to just use HTTPS. Yeah, in your browser, and you can be able to access this router, and it appears like this. But take note, when these configurations is, we shall see, we have to enable HTTPS and on this device for to be able to do this. It's not that it's there by default. No. Yeah, CLI local login, that one we talked about it, the console ports, your port, you see. That one is self-explanatory. I will show you the diagram, self-explanatory. I will show you that console table you can put in here and you can be able to access this device on this using a software. One of them called the OT. Here's how it appears. CLI login, com11, all that. Don't worry, that's some of the things shall be doing them in our practical sessions. All right. Remote login is still the same. You put in the IP this time. I see that's how it appears. Now let's go in our ENSP and we'll see what we are seeing here. Let me get here. What we're using here. Let me just get a new device here. Let me get that switch. You're not doing anything, right? So let me get that switch. Yes. The switch. So starting a device, you can do this. Right click and start like that. That's one way. Otherwise, we shall see. We shall have a lot of labs in the other 15 days. Okay. So now I'm going to double click to access this device. So we'll see what's happening. It's first running. That hashes for some time. All right. There. Allow access. You have to do that. All right. So we are in. Let me see. So what happens is you're in here. Hope you guys can see this clearly. Let me first minimize this so that you can see what I'm talking about here. So yeah, I'm pressing it so that you guys see what I'm talking about. So this is the so-called user level, where you can do these other commands. That question mark can show you the possible commands that starts with those letters. So you've seen that. We talked about that command, also trace. Once I do this, you see, trace that one there, what I've just talked about. This is how it appears. You don't want to do much here because I know you shall have practical sessions. Just wanted to show you something of this kind. So once I want to go to the system view, I use a command, system view. I use a command system view. But once you're not sure, I use tab. What I've done, I've just press tab. Yeah, that command to be comfortable. That's how it looks like. But you can use that, a short form of that kind. You're able to go into the system view. Now you notice that this sign is changed. You see? So in the system view, that's how the signs look like that. Yeah. All right, content. Now let's go to command line overview. Basic command structure. You see, command word, keyword. Some of these things I do them in practical, so I won't waste much time here. Because I'm quite sure when during the practical sessions, you will be seeing some of these things. But for your own understanding, you come here and read through it. A word is special character. I mean, take your time and understand some of these things. Some of these things I want to waste a lot of time on commands because I know during practical we shall do a lot of we shall use a lot of these commands. Please allow me to skip the consideration commands. All of this we shall cover them. We shall cover them. We don't need to worry. Case analysis, all of this we shall be in our lab guide to understand each and everything. Quiz, what is the VLP version currently used by Huawei data communicators? You can have this quiz for your own. We'll go through chat. You can use the Telegram chat to, if you fail to figure out the answer for this quiz, you ask in the Telegram chat, network at Telegram chat. Otherwise, allow me end here. We have a summary here. Yes, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, please take these classes seriously. Take this class understand it, and then the certification at the I have tell you all. Thank you for what this. This is our class day 3.